Matt and Mel were an amazing couple and family to work with. I mean, ideal clients if there ever were any. Both Matt and Mel work for the government. They have upper-level government jobs. Matt is a pilot, very good one in fact, and he has a very specific idea of what, logistically speaking, an event should be. Melanie likes the finer touches that are details pertinent to the experience that her guests would enjoy when they came to the city, to New Orleans. We were working with a venue that's a very old and historic space, Latrobe's on Royal. It is in fact the last project of Benjamin Latrobe. He was also a very important architect for government buildings, namely the White House and the Capitol building in DC. One of the aspects we're dealing with all the time with turnkey venues, as opposed to estate weddings, is the rules that we're beholden to from the owners and the operators of the venue itself. The challenge in dealing with those kinds of spaces is to bring modern, clean aesthetics into a space that is very delicate in nature. We had to set aside separate meetings with not only our creative team of vendors to go through our truck manifest, who's going to load in at this time, who's going to load out, who's going to be moving into that place, how long does it take you to unload, those sorts of things which are logistical in nature. But to set separate meetings with our venue manager and say, this is what we're doing, we want to make sure this is going to be okay for you, how can we work together to make this come true? Because we want to set your venue up to look its very best, but we definitely don't want to cause any undue stress, and we want to be invited back here again. Their ceremony was off-site at the Pharmacy Museum that was also old and historic, but has a lovely, quaint, private courtyard in the back that we were going to play up with a simple aisle and chairs for the ceremony, and then a wild and magnificent archway. And we'd focus most of our attention on the venue itself after a second line parade in the street on a very busy holiday in New Orleans, in the French Quarter no less. One of the big things I wanted to do in presenting to my clients, which I do for everybody, is really hone in on our client experience. We love technology, and we want to make sure that everything we do for every single event not only is different and unique to the couples that we're serving, but is also pushing the envelope ahead of the curve with our design, with our presentations, with our execution. For our design presentation, I bring the families together into our office space. As part of this is corollary to just a 2D presentation in hard copy form, and even a virtual presentation by showing slides on a TV screen, I upped the ante by also working with a three-dimensional renderings artist out of New York, who I've known for years, to collaborate on the first ever virtual reality design presentation for an event space. So we rendered the room at Latrobe's, the different spaces that we would be working in, as well as the ceremony site itself, to get a full three-dimensional space, and had designed all of our unique touch points and elements. All of these details we were able to get to our artist ahead of time to make sure that this virtual reality presentation was representative of what the event would look like. Then we worked with a local virtual reality team that has the headsets and the cameras to set up. The bride got to put on the eyepiece, the eyewear, and live in this three-dimensional space virtually. Walk through Latrobe's, walk down the aisle, and see everything as she was going to see it on the day of. The thing about the bride seeing this before the event actually even happens, the value to this is she will never see it without all of the guests in place. The wedding day itself is such a blur that our clients get to experience what will happen on the day of their event months before the actual event itself, and appreciate all of the finer details on everything that we've put into place in virtual reality. It doesn't get any more real than that. The day of the event went super smoothly, but one of the biggest things my clients had requested, as many of them do, is a specialty bar experience. We want our drinks to be above and beyond. What do you suggest? We worked very closely with our team, the Grand Bevy, based in California but serving the world, to work out 4 cocktails that our clients would really enjoy that spoke to them, and then also interactive, interesting cocktails. In Latrobe's venue, there is a vault. It was the old Louisiana State Bank. And we wanted to use this room and transform it into the O Club, the Officers Club, and make this the only place you could get a smoke-infused experience for your guests that knew to go to this secret space and be able to experience an interactive beverage. That was a hit of the night. The wow factor for the guests to be able to watch this happen, talk and engage with their server about how this happens, and then enjoy the cocktail. Taking technology a step further, we also infused the photo booth with the cocktail as a takeaway for our guests at this event. Guests would go into the photo booth and take a picture of themselves, which would then be printed onto their cocktails, literally, that they would be served in a few moments by one of the servers from the venue space. To see their reactions is for the very first time they're experiencing this very highly personalized touch point. It's something the guests are going to talk about for ages to come. And that's what our clients are looking for, is not just a cookie cutter event. What our clients want and what makes us such a good fit is we are motivated by the challenge to think outside the box. We want to take on something new and different and come up with something nobody else has ever done before. And by increasing the innovative nature of our design process, we're able to deliver items like edible cocktails, molecular spheres that guests can enjoy in a different way, custom bars that are designed specifically for the space to bring forth the touch points of every single aspect that the guests will engage with throughout the experience. From the moment that they land to the moment that they leave, every single thing is a result of our art and what we're putting on the table. That, above all else, is what we strive for. With Sapphire Events, you're getting the best of the best. Nobody is working harder, researching longer, going deeper, and networking more than to find and dig up the best innovative ideas and creations for our clients. I'm proud to put my name on the door and very excited to work with every one of our clients to make their dreams come true.